webinar. And yeah, meditation and light activation. And maybe what does that mean? So welcome everyone from all over the world. What an incredible community we're all building. We're all supporting each other at this incredible time to be here. I always felt there was massive shifts coming, but I didn't think it was going to be this lifetime. So we're actually here already. So thank you all for being part of this. And as we individually make a shift, then we send those frequencies out to the rest of the field. And we are creators, so we're manifesting. Like it or not, we're manifesting. And then what are we manifesting in our systems, in our lives? So just make sure everything's okay with everything else. Yes, I think it's all right. It should be live on. Yeah, great. So anyone watching this as a recording, it's a living recording. So you're in the field and this field will keep growing and the results will keep coming into it. At this moment in time, I'm always guided about what titles or what to bring in for each webinar. And on Sunday, I'm doing God creation or God codes or light codes, activating them. And that's what part of our system, it's like we're making a shift. It's almost like we're a car and we're operating from the old GPS system, which had all the information from our ancestors, our birth up to now, and the collective field. And what I feel is happening in the system is that our operation system is going direct to ourselves as a creator, almost like bypassing, we're streaming pure consciousness in the present moment and start manifesting immediately in the present moment. Whereas before, I find that we were operating from old trauma or old systems programs, victim perpetrator programming that was in our system, which we needed to clear up, which we're here in the body to transform. So that's what I'd first like to start with this evening is whatever programming is in us, which is not transformed. So we keep incarnating and our ancestors were incarnating so we could, as a spirit, complete what we haven't completed. So the first part, I will work with that, and then we'll make a shift to in consciousness, because we need to work with the the denser states of ourselves, which are the old programming. There's nothing wrong with them, but let's complete them and look into them, all our shadow aspects. And then we can start raising our frequency. On Sunday, I'm going to be working directly with operating from that creator part, which is about manifestation and creating a new reality, because we are the creators, and really operating on a cellular level, the creator part of your soul, of who you really are as a spirit, why you're here, and shedding or transforming whatever else is in the system. So beautiful. I see we flickering lights here. Let's see if the power is okay. If we get disconnected, we're all connected, and we're not connected through the computer. We're connected as spirit, and we're all supporting each other. So I invite you to be aware that you're in a physical body. You are spirit in a physical body. And how much of your spirit is actually operating in the body, or how much are you controlled by subconscious programming that you've taken on from your ancestors, or your own life, or your schooling, education system, health system, political system. So let's dive in and see what is waiting to be transformed. So when we're doing these meditations, what I'm doing is I'm dropping into creation on a cellular level, because I'm focusing on the cells. Everything I do is about focusing on the cells. What information is in the cells, transforming it so your spirit can embody in the cells, and you can bring physical manifestation into your life then. So let's honor that we're in physical body, our bone marrow, our DNA, which is crucial at the moment. Well, our bodies are crucial at the moment, but the DNA. And just imagine you're taking a deep breath into your DNA, into your cells. And if you don't feel anything, it's perfect. It's all okay. If you have resistance, it's all okay. If the mind is active, what it's doing is it's finding the frequencies which need to be worked on or addressed. And by keeping your mind busy on that or different sensations in the body, it's working in the background. So all is good, all is good. You're exactly where you're meant to be, and you will feel or not feel exactly what's meant to be felt at this given time. It works very much in the background. Make it deeper the next time. It will get deeper if you watch this again or later on this evening when you're sleeping. So once again, taking a deep breath into your cells, setting the intention that your spirit can enter your cells. And let's see what subconscious program is in the way, which wants to be completed. And your whole being, I won't say higher self, I'd say whole being, can operate in the body and the cells then. So set the intention. I invite you to set the intention that your whole being supports this meditation. So your whole being can embody. Beautiful. So we're entering the subconscious fields. Often we've cleared the conscious fields, but now we're going to subconscious fields. Just observe your breath, taking a deep breath into the cells again, and slowly releasing through your breath. This is clearing old trauma and fears immediately. And it's easy. It's really easy. Your spirit is ready. You set the intention. Imagine you're looking down deep into your roots, and you almost like have a laser light in your eyes looking into your roots. And then when you look deep into the darkness of the roots, you turn up that light. It's almost like a dimmer switch, increasing the light in your roots. And just keep that intention for a few moments that you're literally looking down into your own shadow, into your own roots, and staying with the body and increasing the light. And just taking a deep breath. And imagine once again, you're looking down into your roots. And imagine you like yourself like the tree of life. And your spirit wasn't fully in the roots, but we need to go into the dirt. We need to go into the shadow of the roots. We need to go deep down into the roots. So imagine this laser is going deep into the roots, and it's like grid, a light grid down there, earth grid. And you're accepting to go into those roots with the light. Even though it's dark or the shadows down there, it's all okay. Simply set that intention and we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper. The more deep you go down, the higher you can go. Bring consciousness to the shadow. Setting the intention to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Beautiful. And in those roots, the energy is sort of like spiraling and moving because energy loves to flow. There's different vibrations and different levels of density and different frequencies. So some moves very slow and then others move very fast. So in each dimension or each level of consciousness, there's different levels of density. So we're going deep into the roots, so it's into deeper density. It's a little movement. That's it. Just breathe down into the roots. And as you're going down, imagine you're turning on those lights in the roots, almost like Christmas lights turning on. Color, vibration. I love my roots. I love to go deep into the roots. Imagine yourself like a water lily, and the lily is rooted into the mud, and on the top is this beautiful flower. Breathing down into the root of the lily, which is us. Through the heart, we open our flower. All the minerals of Mother Earth, of Gaia supporting us. And it's almost like the light between the stars. So it's black light, which creates space. It gives us space. It's the love. It's another level of love. It opens up creation. So that's the black light, which gives space, compassion, cellularly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now the root system. You can invite your whole being into your roots even deeper. And it's like yin yang. They work together. Beautiful. Now imagine your spine and going into the core of your spine. It's almost the spinal fluid. And imagine a gentle ripple of beautiful warm wind in the sun flowing through the spine. And the spine is elevating and stretching and breathing out and unraveling whatever is not aligned with your soul. In your soul, there's many vibrations and colors. Beautiful. Now we're going into the spine deeper and the DNA strands. So each of your star council, your star beings, or where you're from, is more not the physical aspect, it's more color, vibration, light, frequency. That's why you may have attraction to certain crystals, vibrations. So they're representing the information that's in our DNA, but that's more our star systems. So these color codes are in us already and they can activate. Imagine they're activating in our DNA. And imagine like even crystals activating your DNA. Rose crystal, for example. Amethyst. Emerald. So now we're getting closer to home, where we're from, cellularly. Take another deep breath down. Imagine your DNA spirals, and now there's color codes or light codes activating. And your whole being can move into your cells and your DNA, into your bone marrow. And these crystalline light codes can activate in the bone marrow. and in the organs. Breathing into your kidneys. It's almost like the universe in the kidneys. Colors, vibration, all these color codes are activating inside you, which is your own soul resonance. And your whole being is taking over your own kidneys, your own organs, and as your spirit becomes the priority in the cells, now you're taking over. The operation has started already. You're taking over your own cells, your own organs, your own immune system. Now your purest essence, a spirit, will start dissolving or releasing or shedding all the old matrices which are not supporting you, or these mindsets which are not belong to your soul. And you have the teachings in your system. Take another deep breath into your cells. I was drawn to wearing this pink shirt, and actually that's what I'm seeing cellularly in the system, like rose quartz in the cells. Breathing, yeah, beautiful. Now the neck is coming up, but this is where we have our control parts. So simply acknowledge they're there, and it's okay, and it's ancestral control, and it's your old control systems, maybe a leftover from a twin system. So all the old control systems giving space, and breathing into your brain, and imagine old libraries simply flowing out all the old information which isn't resonating with your soul. Breathing up from your heart, up into the brainstem. And we're moving up in frequency and level of consciousness very fast, actually. You didn't see me on Instagram recently. I was working since the last webinar on this. Most of the results are in the system already. Beautiful. Another deep breath into the cells. It's going deeper cellularly. and almost like leaving everybody to their own systems in the world at the moment. Let's focus on yourself at the moment. You can work with the world. By working on yourself, you already are working on the world system. I'm going to show you how to change timelines at the end. Beautiful. Now this is really getting deep and fast. So now we're going into the split minds. Imagine the ancestral split minds or your split minds like a deck of cards that were piled on each other. And in the part that's split is keeping you from your whole self, your higher self, your whole version of you, and invite your whole being to lift that split out of you and out of your ancestral programming, which is in your DNA. So all the split minds are being lifted out right now. And the guilt, the shame, and the grief can spiral out to the right place. It will go into the right places. Beautiful. Breathing into the lungs. How are you doing this new shift? I would like to share a word or two. It's working deep in the background. The burden of the secrets can be released. This is important. The burden of the secrets, family secrets, can be lifted out of the system. This work has been done already. That's why it's working so fast. I prepared it earlier. Beautiful. And we have, when there's a secret in the family and we're not aware of it, it carries a big burden into our system. So all this burden can be released, and past life burdens of secrets can be released completely. Thank you for your feedback, everyone. Let's work with the lungs. Now, the lungs are very interesting. The lungs are carrying a lot of information from past lives, and we sort of like the last breath, the first breath, or in the birth canal. So let's open up all the past life systems connected to the lungs. And if there's any imprints or shadows in the lungs, or where you're not fully in your lungs, allow this information to go back to past lives. A lot of the time it could be drowning, or if you're burned, smoke inhalation because you didn't die immediately, you got out of the lungs. So you made transition without really making transition through the lungs. So you can make transition through the lungs in every life and complete those cycles. Love the lungs, the lungs, the lungs, the lungs, the lungs, the lungs, the lungs. It feels like the lungs are like a child. A child's lungs now. Sweet, fresh, pink, vibrant. Now in the lungs, all your soul energy can come back into the lungs cellularly and also into the mucus in the lungs. It's like your spirit can move into the water, which we're mostly water, 90%, over 90% water. So our spirit can enter into our own water and that level of consciousness. Each cell is incredible. It's like a whole cosmos in itself. So let's the cells do their own work, what they're meant to do. They know exactly what to do. All the soul fragments can come into the lungs, into the spine, into the nervous system, and into the whole body from all past lives. And then we come into this time and space. When we go up into different levels of consciousness, not on this planet, not on Earth, but other levels of consciousness, it's pure presence. It's only presence. If you go down into the Earth frequencies, there is time and space. So there is past, present, future. The reason there's past, present, future is because in this level of consciousness, we learn from our mistakes. So we're given opportunities to make new choices. We have free will here. So we have opportunities to make new choices to complete whatever cycles we didn't complete. So as we raise our level of consciousness, it's almost like we lose time and space. So it sort of dissolves. So now where the timelines are, they're all one or dissolving, and we're going to pure presence and pure consciousness. And then we are into creation, manifestation, that we're manifesting in the very moment. So dropping that information into the system is enough. It's working. So it's almost like your whole being can scan in your system where you have not completed the cycles. It's easy. Bring consciousness to it, light to it, acceptance, and the black light works really well because it gives space within those denser frequencies. And we naturally evolve into higher frequency, just how it works. It's easy. Beautiful. Now it's really moving. Christ consciousness is opening up stronger. And yeah, the black light is very interesting because we've been scared of the black light. So, but actually the black light is what brings in the compassion. You need black light. The black light is like spaces between spaces where creation is. And that drops you into heart energy, into pure love, unconditional love. That's it. Dropping deeper into our systems. Honoring our own white light. We're going deeper into our own systems. Now we're going to new levels of consciousness. So we're accessing our own levels of consciousness because we've cleared the programming. And now we're moving up. Beautiful. So now I can start opening up and giving transmissions, light transmissions to the cells, to the bone marrow, to the DNA. So it's working in the bone marrow, the jaw, the roots of the teeth, the eyes. We're really setting the intention to bring it in cellularly. If you bring it in cellularly, the whole system transforms. And that's why we're here in the physical aspect at the moment. And now moving into your own level of consciousness. So activating the pineal gland and third eye and frontal lobe. And going through different stages of the brain. That your spirit is conscious in your whole brain, in all the subconscious layers. And anytime, this is only coming true now, I didn't see this one before. Anytime you feel fear, it's almost like bringing, oh, I love the black light. I love my own black light. It's my own black light. Because behind every fear is creation, is a huge piece of your being, of your whole being. So all those parts in your system of your own shadows or fears, anxieties, bring in, oh, I love my black light into those areas. And then the light turns on and transforms. Courage comes in. Curiosity comes in. Playfulness comes in. Sovereignty comes in. Universal consciousness and truth. And life force. Pure trust. Life energy. Beautiful. That's good. And let's go into our own viruses and bacteria and say, I love my black light. And bring that in. And the whole system will balance. All the fears about viruses, bacteria, I love my black light. Simple. And because of this program about fearing your own black light, it stopped you from being yourself, actually, your whole self. So now you can invite your whole self to lift out that mindset and crack that was in your system, and also through the ancestral line right now. And you're dropping into your whole being and your whole potential. And I love that, really, honesty. Because now you're going through you've broken through the illusions that were in the system. And the universe loves you, it's pure creation, and thrives. Your body knows how to thrive and to heal. So you can bring black light into the whole body, cellular system, immune system. And the whole system is transformed. And then through all the matrices of the mind, I can see it. So just bring this new level of consciousness into your matrix. So so black light for me is where I was talking to somebody during the week about it. We were talking actually here, and you were saying about it's beyond love. So black light, when you connect with your own love and black light, it's unconditional love. It's another level of love. It's almost like beyond love. It's pure connection. It's pure universal truth. It's the part of the system of creation which thrives by itself, as the tree will grow by itself as a spirit. The flower will grow in perfection like a spirit. That is the universe. So that is the key for accessing that level of consciousness and surrendering. It's the surrender. It's surrendering into the universe, universal consciousness, God consciousness. The black light is the key for accessing God consciousness, because there is no judgments. When there's judgments in the system, you're in victim perpetrator consciousness. But when you're in the black light, you go into creation, you go into God consciousness, there is no judgments. It's all creation. It's all love, light, and consciousness. Love has a lot of programming. If you bring black light into the love, it's like the love from a child, when a child holds you. There's no programming. And there's no games. I think this is where we can create. This is what I was talking about in the early stages. When you raise into higher dimensions of consciousness, there is black light, there is no judgment, there is no games. It's pure creation and manifestation. So this is what I was talking about Sunday. We're going to go into this state of pure manifestation because we're operating from that level of consciousness. And from that level of consciousness, there are no games in that sense. It's love, joy, happiness, creative fun, ease, sovereignty, compassion, curiosity, gratitude. I like that, Julie. Beyond good and bad, there is a field. I will meet you there, Rumi. So true. Okay, so now we're accessing our own level of consciousness as a soul, individual soul. So this is beyond the programming. We've direct access now. Breathing into your cells. You did it. So now I'm going to show you how to change systems, how to change timelines. So in this space, there is no time, there is no past, present, future. So everything can be created from this field and transformed cellularly. If you imagine before this webinar, what you just cleared, if it's like a compass with a sailing boat, and I put goggles on your compass, how much did it take you off your course? 10%, 20, 60, 70, 80, 90%, okay? So now with this new level of consciousness, imagine you were born with this level of consciousness, how your life would have been or how your life would have changed, okay? So now your whole being can align your inner compass and your life plan with this new level of consciousness and align you with this new life, your whole life with this level of consciousness. Beautiful. Massive shift. Now imagine how much off course your mom was, because she also didn't have this level of consciousness, and dad. So now you're biological. So now give the same gift of consciousness back to your mom and your dad, and they can bring their lives on course with this new level of consciousness, and then invite all the ancestors to do the same thing. And then inviting yourself to do it in every parallel universe you're in. And then in every single lifetime you've been in, which is not completed, give the same gift of consciousness into every single life that you've been in till the beginning of time. And it can be given to the ancestors in every single lifetime too. Right to the first life you've experienced on this planet. And then give it out to all your friends, family members, everybody in the system. And we give it out to everyone in the whole world, new level of consciousness. So we can all rewrite our history. And our whole being can realign our life plan with this new level of consciousness. With the black light in the system. And give this gift to everybody on this planet. Offer the gift of consciousness to everyone on this planet at the moment. The medical system, the political system, every system. Teaching system, every system, give the gift of consciousness to everybody involved. Our whole being can realign our entire system with the black light. Breathing into your heart space. So now there's been a massive shift in your system and your level of consciousness and in the ancestral line. So now we can drop it deeper into the subconscious levels of our brains. And every system we've been in now is aligned in a new level of consciousness. Every system we've connected to is now aligned to a new level of consciousness. Past, present, future, in the now. I invite you to take a deep breath into your new cells. Your whole being is in your cells in a brand new way. Breathing from your heart up into the brain, your new brain. So I'm back. So great. That was a reboot. We really reset systems, literally. So it's still working. I feel it's still working. So we reset the level of consciousness in our system. And the whole power went off here on the island. And yeah, beautiful. So now let's take a deep breath into our own cells, our new level of cells, new level of consciousness. And feel all that's acknowledging all the space in our cells, our new cells. And your whole being is in you cellularly now on a new level of consciousness. Your whole being is in your DNA. Your whole being's in your roots, on the root system. Your whole being's in your spine, your nervous system. Your brain in a new way. Taking a deep breath into your new cells. Black light. And now your white light is in your cells fully. And your whole level of consciousness can stream in. And imagine like almost like fiber optic cables connected directly to your creator consciousness, which is in your cells as well, and streaming new levels of consciousness into your body, into your cells. So now you're operating on a new level of consciousness and you're streaming it in. Beautiful. There's been a big shift there. And breathing down into the gut brain, into the hara area. It's like the universe is in your hara. Breathing into your heart space. Your whole being is below you, above you, inside you, left side, right side, front, back, in a new way. Hold your left side, support your whole new right side in a new way. Your whole new right side, support your whole new left side in a new way. Whole new front, supports the whole new back in a new way. Back supports the front in the new way. Above supports below in the new way. Below supports above in the new way. God consciousness creation is in your cells. Space, color, vibration, universal consciousness, truth, flow. And we just manifested a new reality. Quantum leap. So we're in the quantum field now. This is how you access, and this is how you work in the quantum field. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. This was huge. Profound shifts just took place. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens on Sunday. So on Sunday, I'm starting the God Creator codes, light codes. They'll be on the 10th and the 17th. So this Sunday and the following Sunday. And yeah, wow, how powerful creators we are on manifestation. Let's go to the next level. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. I feel a profound shift in the system. The island reacted immediately. And yeah, so now you have the codes, the keys are in you. You can watch this again. I'm not sure how the recordings will be with the break in it, but I think it may sync up. It's all in the system anyway. So even if you get part of the recordings, it's there. Thank you everyone for being part of this webinar. Thank you, Sergio, for supporting it and setting it up. And thank you everyone and our ancestors and all our experiences for getting us here in every single lifetime. And we're not a victim of our experiences. We are creators, manifestation, and we're in a new level of consciousness now. We just took a quantum leap of consciousness. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are the creators and we're manifesting at the moment, as we always were. Thank you, everyone. And now we just share those frequencies with the whole world, the whole universe. Maybe I'll see you on Sunday or a later date. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, if you feel like sharing this recording as well, I invite you to. That was really, really big. And it's so beautiful too, that we're all doing this together and sharing it together. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful new experience with yourself cellularly. Thank you. Sending you so much love and gratitude. And maybe I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you.